Hey guys, Rachel CPR here. Today I am going to share with you a requested video, and it was requested by Apple 8, and she wanted to know how I set up my coffee bar. I absolutely love coffee, and so setting up my coffee bar was actually so much fun for me, and I have a lot of fun and optional things on my coffee bar. This is what works for us, but of course do whatever you want. But these are just some ideas and some tips and tricks that I like to share with you. And most of the things on my coffee bar either come from the Dollar Tree or TJ Maxx or one of the chains, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, or Marshalls. And other than that, everything on my coffee bar are just things that I've repurposed. I did not spend a lot of money building my coffee bar or putting things onto my coffee bar, and I don't think it's really necessary because once you actually find what works for you, you usually already have it at home. So I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up, and I will talk to you again soon, guys. Bye. So this is an overview of the coffee bar in my kitchen. On the top shelf, which is where I will start, is a sign that says "You Make Me Happy," and right behind it I have my K-Pods, my K-Cups, I keep calling them K-Pods, my K-Cup pods, and on the sides I have bowls with the gold rim, and that's what I want my cups for my coffee station to look like. I have not been able to find plain ones. I find the gold trim mugs that have words written on them, which I have some of those, but I want them to look like this, exactly like this, but just mugs, and I haven't been able to find them so far, so I have to keep searching for them. And on this shelf is where I keep most of the items for our coffee. In this container right here, let me get at a good angle. In this container right here, the really big one, these both came from Marshalls or Home Goods, I'm not sure which one, but they were $3.49 and $2.49, which I think is an excellent price, and that was the regular price. They were not on clearance, and so I thought that was wonderful. And the tall one houses my stainless steel straws. I use reusable straws for my iced coffee. And then in the smaller one, I usually put my snacks that do not have wrapping on them. They're not individually wrapped. And right now what I have in there are my Trader Joe's ginger cookies that I love to pieces. They are gluten-free and they are so yummy, and they taste great with coffee. In front of that, I have a little butter dish, and it has packets of raw sugar. For any of my guests that like to have raw sugar, they will be able to have that in the packets. And then over here I have my spice rack. All of these items came from the Dollar Tree. These are creamer dispensers, but they house different types of sugar. And then these are salt and pepper shakers that house all of the different flavors that I like to put in my coffee, tea, or hot chocolate. This is salt for my salted caramel coffee. These are sprinkles for anything that gets whipped cream put on top. And then I have in this one, allspice. I have the names on the bottom, so I have to look at them because these over here look the same. And then I have apple pie spice. This one is cinnamon, and then the last one is nutmeg. And I actually thought that I was going to label all of them with a little tag like this, but then I thought that looked a little bit too clumsy. I'm not sure. Please tell me what you think about that. Do you think I should label these, or maybe even just make the labels a little bit smaller, or should I just leave them with the names on the bottom? I'd appreciate it if you tell me what you think. And back here I have sugar that is a little bit spicy. It has a nice little Cajun spice to it. And then in here I have my brown sugar. I drink my coffee with brown sugar, and so that's what I keep in that jar. And then over here I have just plain white sugar, which I don't use it very often, but sometimes when people come over, they just want regular white sugar, and so I keep that there. And every once in a while my husband will have it as well, simply because it is easy to pour when he's running out of the house. Then over here I have a container, a glass container, which is again a butter dish. It is a glass butter dish that I got from Marshalls for $4 on clearance, and it houses these little spoons from the Dollar Tree. They came, I believe, 18 in a pack, and they are actually ice cream spoons. They come with the blue, the green, and a little bit of, and some pink spoons, but I just wanted the blue and green for my station. The other ones go into the main utility drawer in my kitchen. And then these are some napkins that I hold. These are my favorite napkins for my coffee. Then back there we just have a plate that says Gather Together, and that was on clearance somewhere. It was nothing, you know, special. It's just something that we put back there. And then here are some coasters, and they're not all there, I see. Anyway, these are just some coasters that I have. I also keep a jar with some snacks, and these are mainly granola bars or anything that's gluten-free, that's quick and easy if I'm on the run going out of the house. And then just some flowers. Then at the bottom I have my coffee makers, and ideally I would like to have one coffee maker that's a individual cup coffee maker, and one that is a brewer that can brew multiple cups. But because my husband uses this one most of the time and I use this one most of the time, it is kind of difficult for me to get rid of one of them. And generally speaking, it doesn't really turn into a bad thing, simply because with this one right here, it has a there's my dog, he's on timeout. He looks so sad. But this one right here has a carafe, and so I can always use it to make multiple cups at one time. And then I have this backer board that just hides all of the cords. I didn't do a very good job covering it, but it works very well. And this was just a board that I had that was the very same width of this shelf. And I went to the Dollar Tree again, and I just got this cling, and I put it on top of some wrapping paper that I got from Home Goods. And the Home Goods wrapping paper was $2 on clearance, and then this was $1, and the board I already had. So yeah, that was a $3 DIY. So easy, and it just hides all of the cords, so there are no cords out in the open. And then this was a cute little plate that I got from Home Goods. It says, "Love is patient, love is kind, love never ends." 1 Corinthians 3, 4, and 8. And I absolutely love this dish. It's just sitting here. It's not necessarily going to stay here as much as I put it here just so that it wouldn't break when I was taking everything out of the bags, and I never moved it. And then this is the last thing, and it is just a catch-all jar. I usually keep this here because, like right now, there is a pod inside of this machine, and usually when guests come, they can just take anything out. I know you shouldn't keep pods in there, but you can just take out the pod and you can just pop it in there. And after you finish using your spoon, you can just pop it in there, but not have to necessarily go to the garbage. And I think that just works out a little bit better. And it doesn't feel as awkward when you're like, oh, where's the garbage and things like that. And then you can just set up right here and just do whatever you want with your coffee. So that's how this coffee station looks. So this is the second coffee station that I have in my home. This is the coffee station that I keep in my closet / beauty / ready room. This is just my room that I keep everything in. It is not necessarily one of those, as much as I do a lot of late night planning for school, and so having a coffee station nearby has worked out really well for me. So this shelf is something that was just in my home. It was black, and then I colored it with spray paint to be gold, and I love it. And I haven't had any problems with it chipping. Then this is just a bouquet of flowers that I just loved the way it played off of my blue walls. And these are some coasters that I DIY'd here on this channel. I will place a link in the box to show you exactly how I did those. And I had them upstairs, but I thought it was more fitting for my beauty room or closet simply because they are all coasters. Yes, coasters from different makeup and perfume products that I have. So over here, I have this little tiered kind of container that houses my K-cups, and I have my raw sugar packets and my non-dairy creamers. And I also have a palette back there just for fun, that beautiful palette from Bare Minerals. And I don't really use it a lot, and so I just liked the way it looked back there. And then on the bottom shelf, I have my mugs, and these are just toppers because I am downstairs in my basement. This was just a storage room here because I wanted to cover them over because I don't want like dust to settle into my cups. And then these over here came from Michaels, and the toppers fit on those as well, so I just put them on all of them. And then these are some spoons that I use for mixing, and I got these in Walmart, I believe. They are so heavy and I love them so much because I wanted gold spoons, but then the copper color actually did a little something to the feel of this shelf, and so I liked it even better. Then over here, I have some more napkins from the Dollar Tree that I absolutely love, and I think they are more fitting for my beauty room. And these right here are just with the little pink flowers that match the ones on the top shelf. And then behind it, there's another girly kind of pattern on those napkins. And then I have the entire thing sitting on a mirror, and the mirrors I just stuck these 3 pineapples to because they're gold and they were $1 from the Dollar Tree. And then I have my individual K-cup coffee maker, and then I just keep some waters down here for the purpose of refilling the machine because it takes water as you're going. There's no reservoir for you to keep it filled all the time. So I just keep water over here. But that's the way I set this up. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to seeing you again very shortly. And if you have any more requested videos, please put them below. I read all of my comments and do my absolute best to respond to all of my comments. So if you make a request, I will definitely do my very best to fulfill the request. Thanks again, guys. Bye.